Xin chào mọi người cũng cắm hoa mình nhé. Hôm nay mình sẽ chia sẻ cách cắm bình hoa để ở phòng nhà tắm nhé mọi người. Ở dưới là bông màu trắng nhé mọi người. Xung quanh là bông màu đỏ và xung quanh viền đó là bông vàng lần đỏ nữa mọi người, đan xen nhau. Mình đã hoàn thành xong bình hoa này rồi nhé mọi người. Tạm biệt mọi người và xin chào, gặp lại.
they are. And again, I think A&M's given certain players in a Vandy uniform the looks. They've had guys get the looks that haven't really shot a high percentage.
Commodores 2 of 11 from behind the arc. A&M 3 of 11 on three-pointers.
And Bucky McMillan seemed very smart. They'll double team Tyler Tanner at times and make it get out of his hands. But never forget, Tanner's a kid that'll play most of the game, 38 to 40 minutes. Pretty good crowd now has arrived here at Memorial Gymnasium.
AG left hand, no good. Rebound Washington, up to Tanner. That's going to be a foul against Texas A&M. That's going to go against Zach Clements.
Well, and a silly foul. Here's him going to work. Now, again, this is a modern-day player. He scored inside, and he's going to give a little shoulder shrug, as though that's a special bucket. And then he got a silly foul away from the basketball on Tyler Nickel, which then you put a guy at the free throw line, a high percentage free throw shooter at 83%.
17 fouls now against the Aggies, only 3 team fouls against Vanderbilt. 4:42 to go here in the first half. Tyler Nickel, wrong guy to put at the line. Career 83% foul shooter. And as I say that, I mean, are you kidding me?
All you, partner.
That is unbelievable.
He made it when I said 83, so we're all good.
Clements working on McLaughlin. Ollie Deba knocking that one home. Boy, he's in John Sunville range, 53% from behind the arc.
Barely moved the net. Impressive.
Okereke. McLaughlin this time short. Lane. Deba out of Stockholm, Sweden. Clements lost the handle, and he's fouled by Vanderbilt, and Mark Byington cannot believe it. Wow. That'll get us to our under 4 timeout. 26-24 Commodores.
What are you doing? I'm trying to reach this dust. Top of the fan. Say, why don't you just use the Swiffer duster? We have one of those? Man, look, where did that come from? This cleans in all the really tight places and all the really high ones so you don't have to jump. Man. Ooh, looks like you got into everything. Every nick and cranny.
Password 1234.
Incorrect password.
Technology, am I right?
We need a new tech lead.
Sponsor your job on Indeed and get matched with quality candidates when you need them most. Visit Indeed.com/hire now.
To test the toughness of the 3-row Kia Sorento X-Pro and the Kia Sorento Turbo Hybrid, we recreated some of the wettest springs, hottest summers, windiest falls, and coldest winters. All on one track to prove these 3-row SUVs were built for the unstoppable. Kia, movement that inspires.
The ESPN app, your home for the most live sports and best championship moments. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com.
What up, y'all? Coming up on the All-State Halftime Report. Y'all, hey, I'm trying to do work here. Y'all, knock it off. We're going to talk about Florida and Kentucky. Now, what do you want to talk about? Even baseball highlights.
I think that A&M, if they could stop turning the ball over, and Vanderbilt could get some space in this league if they would make layups.
Yeah. Hey, Sunbow, Dave Mill.
Holcomb had the home run, swings at the first pitch, liked what he saw.
Hey, Fish, I would love to answer that, but in my headset, I was hearing some baseball game.
We just heard a baseball game, Fish. Unfortunately. I'm sure it was a great question.
Yeah, it was.
And I'll give you the answer.
Yes is the answer. Yes. Fish, sorry about that.
Yeah, we had baseball in our ear.
And it wasn't here because Vanderbilt's playing in Arlington. Boy, they had a tough loss last night to the Commodores. A drop third strike that was thrown down the right field line allowed TCU to score a couple of runs, and tough way to lose your opener, but the first of many college baseball games. It's good to have college baseball back.
Baseball's already started.
Yeah, man.
You know when I'll turn it on is when we're done doing all the basketball. Just the way it is. It's hoop season. Good hands.
Fish, by the way, just sent me a text. Under a minute to go, first half. AG.
And he likes to go to work down low on that block.
Going to stay with Texas A&M.
Chandler Bing has gotten a lot of minutes with all the injuries, and the freshman has delivered. He's not a big scorer, but can do some work. We've seen him miss some outside shots. This time stayed with it. Good body, good size. 6'6", about 220. A lot lower scoring game, Dave, than I think we thought coming into.
Deba cuts to the rim, fouled by Bing.
So think of this. A&M has not shot, neither team has shot the ball well from the outside, but A&M has been much more of an attacking mode to the rim the last 5 minutes of this first half.
A little different first half than their game against Missouri when they had 9 different players hit a three-pointer in the first half.
And when you watch that game, you thought, could that continue? And it couldn't quite continue. And then Missouri made the great plays down the stretch.
He built the line just 33% on the year. 1 out of 2 there. Pop Isaacs will defend the basketball, which is being dribbled by Tyler Tanner, who has had one of his more quiet first halves of the season. Just 2 points and 2 assists.
And keep an eye on Tyler Nickel coming off some screens.
Tanner sees a little bit of room in the paint, kicks it in the corner. Okereke for 3 and no good. And boy, push in the back. They're going to get Federico as he just shoved Washington underneath the rim.
Yeah, Jalen Washington went up and then he went out as he went up to get the offensive rebound. Take a look down low. Federico with a push there, and then, you know, most bigs. Yeah, there's that left arm extended.
I think Washington sold that pretty well, too.
Yeah, he did. You know, his game at Auburn, 22 points, 5 rebounds. How about the stat line? 7 of 8 from the field, 2 of 2 beyond the three-point line, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. He only missed 1 shot the entire game.
Well, they get some offensive production like that from him to go with his defensive work, and Vanderbilt's on to something.
Well, and the big thing is, when does Duke Miles come back? They said he worked out hard yesterday. Is there a possibility Vandy will have him for the Missouri game on Wednesday? Averaging just under 17 points a ball game. And a big help to Tyler Tanner in the backcourt.
Well, Locken will check in. There is Duke. He's missed now what is the last 5 games. Averaging 16.5 points, over 4 assists per game. Hard to replace those numbers. Here's Lane, 1 second. Fires in and out. Well, we felt we'd have a close one, and that is exactly what we have. Wasn't the greatest shooting half of the season for either team, but nonetheless sets up for some fireworks in the final 20 minutes. 36-32 our score. Time to get you to the studio. Peter Burns, take it away, amigo.
Thank you, sir. Welcome to the All-State Halftime Report. My amigos here, Damian Fishback, Ron Slay. I am Peter Burns. We got a good one right now, 36-32, kind of a treat. And we got softball going on. We got baseball and a great slate of college hoops. Biggest takeaway in this first half was what?
that the Aggies have to take the personality, not just of their head coach, but of Marcus Hill. That's right. The young man that went to Southern Community College and actually locked in 6'8", 6'9", have that fearless mindset. And I think he is a key for the Aggies. They're obviously behind right now, but if they can continue to push forward and make a few more threes, then they got a chance to win this game.
Yeah, I think this is a great pace for the Aggies right now. Even though, like you said, they're down, they're getting contributions from everyone, and everybody is impacting this game. When you look at Vanderbilt's side of the ball, the starters are the guys that are impacting the game. And this is where you talked about it, Fish, off air. Duke Miles comes in as far as being able to get guys to slide back, like Okiriki coming off the bench. It helps. Right now, you only have 2 bench points compared to 15 for the Texas A&M Aggies. This pace will not slow down. So you're going to need some contributions from other guys.
It is interesting, though, too. You're talking about Vanderbilt at home, leading by 4 right now. Only those 2 turnovers. It's all while Tyler Tanner, their stud, Slay, 1 of 6 from the field.
Yeah, but he's also applying pressure, making sure guys get open looks. So he's doing a lot more than just filling up the stat sheet point-wise.
There's going to be a lot of points on the stat sheet between Kentucky and Florida. Remember, last year we saw, 206 points scored in that game. What will we see down in the swamp? We'll get you ready for that one as we continue to roll on. Doors up 4 right now. Throw it down, big man. That's Mr. Nickel. He's got 11 at the break.
This halftime report is presented by Allstate. You're in good hands.
You love a clean plate. Almost as much as we do. And we've been dedicated to a safe, effective clean for 70 years. Cascade leaves no mess, no residue, no worries. Cascade, leaving nothing behind since 1955.
Want to know how to beat cancer? Be more like cancer. Be relentless. Be a force of nature. Refuse to be kept down. Ignore the rules. Feed on doubt. Grow. Be more like cancer. Give cancer a taste of its own medicine with Breyanzi CAR T-cell therapy. A process that includes a one-time infusion made from what's inside of you, your own immune cells. So you can turn the tables on lymphoma and win from within.
Breyanzi may cause serious side effects that are life-threatening and can lead to death, such as cytokine release syndrome, neurotoxicity, and infections. Call your healthcare provider or get emergency help if you experience difficulty breathing, fever, chills, confusion, severe nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, fast or irregular heartbeat, dizziness, and severe fatigue or weakness. Some of the most common side effects are fatigue, difficulty breathing, fever, fast or irregular heartbeat, muscle pain, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. These are not all the possible side effects. Breyanzi can also lower 1 or more types of your blood cells and increase your risk of getting cancers, including certain types of blood cancers.
You have what it takes to beat cancer. Because with Breyanzi, cure is the goal.
To test the toughness of the 3-row Kia Sorento X-Pro and the Kia Sorento Turbo Hybrid, we recreated some of the wettest springs, hottest summers, windiest falls, and coldest winters. All on one track to prove these 3-row SUVs were built for the unstoppable. Kia, movement that inspires.
Welcome back to the Allstate Halftime Report. We get Kentucky and Florida coming up in a few hours. Remember, last year it was a good one.
It is the earliest start for a home game in Kentucky program history. The lead is into double digits now for the Gators. Rhea ties it. Oweh, what strength as he makes it home. Oweh again. A 16-0 run. Trying to get the shot off. And he does. Unbelievable game for Kobe Bryant. the scene here at Rupp Arena.
This is what you dream of as a kid. You want to be a part of these games.
Both teams right now, a lot of juice, right? Kentucky has won 8 of their last 9 games. Florida coming in, they have won their last 4 by over 100 points combined. You and I were before think Florida going to win this game, right? Yep. I asked you that question in the break. You said, I don't know. Why?
Because I don't think that Florida can punk the Kentucky Wildcats.
At home?
No, even not at home. Because of the guys that Kentucky has, right? You look at Garrison Brooks. I remember that interchange between the Wildcats and Tennessee when they're on the road. But even the guards, how many times do you have a mismatch and you have a guy like me that's a shooting guard be matched up with Ron Slay? And I have to try to fight him for a defensive rebound. Well, this situation, it's Otega Oweh. He's got a shot against Tom McCall, against Ruben Chinyelu of securing those rebounds. So I don't think they're just going to dominate the paint like they're accustomed to. I do like Florida to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if Kentucky sneaks in there and pops them after winning 8 of the last 9.
I just think when you look at what Florida does, Florida, they keep a chip on their shoulder because Todd Golden does not forget. And it's All-Star weekend, and Walter Clayton's back, Will Richards back. They're going to remind these guys also. Can the guys like Brandon Garrison have a performance like he did against Oklahoma and come and be consistently inside like that? I don't know.
But what about Denzel Aberdeen as well? He got a ring. He was Walter Clayton's teammate, and now he's on the other side of him.
He's got to be Denzel Aberdeen. He can't be Denzel Aberdeen. I want to come back and try to show the world that they should have gave me my money, or I'm back home in Florida, or be too concerned when they boo him. He's got to come back and do what he does, like you talked about, distribute the basketball, take care of the basketball, and score the basketball, and he'll be fine.
Remember, the Wildcats have won 6 straight against the Florida Gators. They're in Exactech Arena, which is wild to think about right now. We got a great slate of games coming up as well, including one on ESPN2 in our nightcap, Texas at Missouri. You got Texas as a 10 seed right now. Joe Lunardi has Missouri as the last 4 in. That's a tournament game that's being played on Valentine's Day. All right, gotta love this one. If you're the Aggies, great ball movement. Aladiba for 3. He's got 8 right now, but they down 4 at the break.
At Texas A&M University, we believe everything is possible.
Literally everything.
While some strive to be the best in the world, Texas A&M stands to be the best for the world. When we stand together, we are a powerful force, a force for good.
Test the toughness of the 3-row Kia Sorento X-Pro and the Kia Sorento Turbo Hybrid. We recreated some of the wettest springs, hottest summers, windiest falls, and coldest winters. All on one track to prove these 3-row SUVs were built for the unstoppable. Kia, movement that inspires.
Find your ultimate playground at visitcalifornia.com.
Welcome back, All-State Halftime Report. Baseball action. Riley Waite, his first collegiate hit.
See you, bye.
It gone. Tough loss to TCU yesterday. Riley Waite gets that done. Welcome to the SEC, Mr. Waite. And then Brayden Holcomb, bases juice, no longer. Taking care of the Red Raiders so far there at Globe Life Field. 8-2, top of the 5th. We don't forget about you, Aggies. Michael Early. Now, speaking of rolling, Tyler Nickel has been a force for the Doors. 36-20. 32, rather.
This halftime report is presented by Allstate. You're in good hands.
Chicken Al Pastor is back at Chipotle, where fire meets flavor. Here for a limited time. Chipotle, for real.
Password 1234.
Incorrect password.
Technology, am I right?
We need a new tech lead.
This is the job for sponsored jobs. Sponsor your job on Indeed and get matched with quality candidates when you need them most. Visit Indeed.com/hire now.
How's that flu?
I got this. I don't got this.
You need DayQuil Intense Flu.
Power through your flu symptoms with DayQuil Intense Flu. You do got this. DayQuil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching fever, power through your flu medicine.
To test the toughness of the three-row Kia Sorento X-Pro and the Kia Sorento Turbo Hybrid, we recreated some of the wettest springs, hottest summers, windiest falls, and coldest winters. All on one track to prove these three-row SUVs were built for the unstoppable. Kia, movement that inspires.
Wait, there's a place up ahead.
Oh, we're going. You coming?
As fast as my feet can fly.
Bring a song and a smile for the dino.
Oh, yeah, these look good. Hey, let's hitch it up and head out.
Where the neons turn to wood. Come on a rising wind. We're going off around the bend.
Plan your road trip in the ultimate playground at visitcalifornia.com.
This vacation was such a good call.
3 moms sitting down at the same time must document this historic moment.
I'm not moving a muscle.
Don't worry, AT&T gave me the new iPhone 17 Pro with the center stage front camera. Didn't even need the most expensive plan. Should we call the kids? No.
Get the all-new iPhone 17 Pro on us. Most expensive plan now required. Plus, switch to AT&T and we'll pay off your phone balance up to $800 per line.
At Marshall's, our buyers hustle 24/7, so you never have to compromise on quality or price. Who said expensive taste had to be that expensive?
I'm impressed. Let's talk numbers.
We get the deals, you get the good stuff.
Four-point basketball game. We've got 20 more minutes and perhaps more here in Nashville. The Commodores and Texas A&M. The 19th ranked Commodores right now a 4 seed. Texas A&M listed as a 9 seed according to our own Joe Lunardi. But first 20 minutes, we thought this would be a high-flying back-and-forth game. We were back and forth, but certainly wasn't high scoring.
No, and I think of A&M basketball. They average 19 assists a game, which leads the league by a bunch, 2 or 3. They only have 4 assists. That means they're doing everything off the bounce. That's different than how they want to play. Vanderbilt has been a little bit not as good because Tyler Tanner, they've taken him away from their offense. So A&M's done a good job defensively. Pretty even game, but let's go to A&M. What has worked is off the bounce when they're not having assists. Marcus Hill has been the guy that's had to do it off the bounce. And late in that first half, last 5 minutes, he was aggressive with the dribble, so they didn't settle for jump shots. He scored it at the rim. On the Vanderbilt side, we already mentioned Tyler Tanner, only 1 of 6 from the field. But who picks it up? The other 2 guys that have been around the block and been here at Vanderbilt a couple of years. Tyler Nickel, good first half. 11 points, shot it well. Devin McLaughlin doing McLaughlin-type things. Physical inside and can pop out and score it outside. 11 points, so 2 guys picking up. Let's see if Tyler Tanner can get it going on the offensive end.
2 of the best three-point shooting teams in the entire country have struggled today. Now, A&M averages about 11 3, a little over 11 threes made per game. That is top 10 in the country, but you got to remember Vanderbilt is the best three-point defensive team in the conference.
But they've been good so far. I thought the first half defensively, both teams are pretty good. Now, can they maintain intensity on that end of the floor?
Aggies trying to break this 3-game losing streak. They had one 10 of 11 before this little slide. Trying to get that mojo back, and a quick foul right away. As Devin McLaughlin picks up that foul. That'll be his 2nd foul. AG was really quiet in the first half.
And they went right to him to start the second half. And they're going to see if McLaughlin is... I'm going to say, is he tall enough to defend Agee? Agee likes to be physical. We already mentioned they listed at 6'8". I'm going to say 6'6", maybe. But he can go inside and post, and McLaughlin probably did a fine job with his body, but then had to reach towards the end, and the officials are always going to call that.
Now we're seeing some threes drop. Double team on the baseline. Thrown off of Vanderbilt. Good job by Zach Clements.
A great start to this second half. Both teams shooting it well. This time Chandler Bing steps out, rewards Tyler Tanner for getting double teamed. Vandy up 8 early. Second half.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep coming back. Break away to what's possible with Tremfya. With symptom relief as early as 4 weeks, remission at 12 weeks, and lasting remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible healing of the intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
The sausage egg biscuit is perfect.
Now it comes with hot honey sauce.
I stand corrected.
Three rows, 4 seasons, built for the unstoppable. The Kia Sorento X-Pro and Turbo Hybrid. Kia, movement that inspires.
Hockey is here. The Spinoramas, here. Intensity coming in hot, here. The final playoff push and the Stanley Cup final. Oh, it's here, baby, on ESPN.
Time to take a look at our All-State Good Hands plays of the day. Well, Vanderbilt's starting to find their rhythm from behind the arc.
Yeah, good movement. I think on all these passes, take a look at how open guys are. They're moving without the ball. Nickel hits a 2. This time Tanner, again, there's a focus on Tyler Tanner defensively by the Aggies. And so when they collapse on him, can teammates make shots? Chandler Bing hit that one. They didn't shoot it very well the first half. Second half, they are 3 of 4 beyond the three-point line.
So we just got an update that Vanderbilt challenged that last play on the baseline, and it is a successful challenge, and Doug Shows will talk about it right here.
Atrazine.
Doug waiting for the band to stop, but I say, Doug, just go for it. Those that can hear you will want. Those that want to hear you will hear you.
He's waving the band off. This is terrific. Hey, take control, Doug. He's going to control the whole building. Watch this.
After the challenge by Vanderbilt's head coach, they have won the challenge. It'll be Vanderbilt ball on the baseline.
Thank you, Doug. Oh, he's out of bounds.
Oh, big shot. That was perfect. To him, why not? That's how you break pressure. Put one of your best shooters on the other end and throw it over the top.
Season high 20 for Nickel today.
A&M's got to have an answer. Mostly it's been Marcus Hill.
Agee spins right into a double team.
By good defense.
And they're going to call a foul against one of those Commodores. That's going to go against Tyler Tanner.
So full court pressure by the Aggies, and look at this, hit ahead, and if you've got your best shooter on the other end of the floor, no hesitation, no ball fake, no nothing, just simply catch and release. And Tyler Nichols feeling good this afternoon.
Nickel with 9 this half. This will be our under 16-minute timeout. So 50-39, Commodores up by 11.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep coming back. Break away to what's possible with Tremfya. With symptom relief as early as 4 weeks, remission at 12 weeks, and lasting remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible healing of the intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
To test the toughness of the 3-row Kia Sorento X Pro and the Kia Sorento Turbo Hybrid, we recreated some of the wettest springs, hottest summers, windiest falls, and coldest winters. All on one track to prove these 3-row SUVs were built for the unstoppable. Kia, movement that inspires.
Get Detroit-style slices and sticks for $4.99 from Little Caesars. 2 delicious slices and 4 pieces of Italian cheese bread. You get both all to yourself. Aren't you spoiled? Try Detroit-style slices and sticks for $4.99 from Little Caesars.
Pizza. Gymnastics takes over the SEC network every Friday night. We have another great doubleheader.
Vbiz có duy nhất một mỹ nhân ai đứng cạnh cỗ tàng hình, visual như tranh vẽ, thua hoa hậu mỗi chiếc quần.
Eastern from Stegman, then number 17 Auburn hosts third-ranked Alabama from Neville Arena. Both meets are also available, like everything else is, on the ESPN app. Well, here in Nashville, Commodores have opened up an 11-point lead. It is their largest of the game. They have found the range from behind the arc. Tyler Nickel is the one who's done most of the damage. 5 of 9 overall from behind the arc. And 3 of 3 to start the second half. And he has put together an SEC season-high 20 points. His high this year overall was 30. That came against Central Arkansas when he knocked home 8 threes.
Well, somewhat open looks he's had this second half. His 3 threes that he's hit recently, nobody in his face. They'll have to start finding a way to challenge him like they've done with the other Tyler Tanner.
Nickel 7th in Division I in three-point percentage, 21st in Division I in three-pointers per game.
And where does A&M find an answer in their half-court offense?
Finn is on the deck holding his face. Did the right hand, when he slipped, did the right hand of Mike James catch him in the face? Ooh, the elbow did, right in the nose.
We have an official review of the previous play.
Visual cô dâu Việt, cam đi xem show thời trang, giản.
Yeah, there was nothing malicious, and there's no certainly intent there. But don't tell that to Ryland Griffin, who just got hit across the bridge of the nose with an elbow.
And if you said perfect possession by Vanderbilt, you would be exactly right. Got movement, ball moved, the body's moved, and then Chandler Bing just delivered it right when the shot clock was winding down.
Vbiz có duy nhất một mỹ nhân ai đứng cạnh cỗ tàng.
I don't think that Ryland Griffin thinks there was a whole lot of incidental about that. He's hilarious. Sometimes.
Visual như tranh vẽ.
It's the words we use today, Dave.
Ryland Griffin, a couple of years at Alabama, a year at Kansas before finding his way to College Station. Pop Isaacs quickly across the midcourt stripe. Texas A&M down 11. Got to find some offense. Agee up and under, left it short. Boy, frustrating day for Rashawn Agee. Averaging almost 14 a game. Taken away there by Diva. A little run out, 2-on-1. He'll bounce pass to Diva. Poked away by Bing. It's going to stay with the Aggies.
Vanderbilt bench trying to quickly see the replay on their monitor, but it's in play too fast.
Agee just 1 of 6 from the field. They'll kick it outside for 3. Clemens can't get it to go. Nice hustle there by Diva. Well, Mark Byington says, where was the double dribble? Diva throws it up, trying to get some contact. Tapped it around, finally pulled out of there by Washington. He's got 7 rebounds. Alley-oop and a hold. I think Clemens was the one that was...
Yeah, Clemens came from weak side. I'd like to see that again. I'm not sure it's a bad play by Clemens. He read the thing perfectly. Here's what's on the scouting report. Jalen Washington is going to roll to the bucket. Yeah, I wouldn't really accept that if I'm A&M, that's a post.
Isaacs, no good. Agee rebound. That'll be a foul on Mike James as he cuts underneath Agee. What is A&M missing right now? Like this 3-game skid, and now you're down by 13 here. It's certainly a long way to go. But what is the element that?
Well, the games are all different, right? The physical. They didn't have the physical presence against a Florida team or the height against Missouri. Missouri dominated that thing in the paint. When they were playing well, they shot the 3 ball so well, and they have not been able to get that back in the last couple of ball games to where they just, now they did against Missouri early in the first half, but they couldn't continue the pace. Here's a guy right here with the ball that shot it so well early in the conference play.
Bill misfires, gets back to Dominguez. He can't get it to go. Rebound to Chandler Bing. But we saw Chandler Bing early in the season. Again, beginning of conference play. He has just really developed as this season has gone on. Getting a lot more minutes because of it.
Rebis có duy nhất một mỹ nhân ai đứng cạnh.
Shooting the ball well. I mean, I don't care what style you play. If it's fast, if it's slow, if you're not making shots, you're just not as good on that end.
Again, I'll say it. A&M has been struggling from behind the arc, but they still average 11.6 three-pointers made. That is 6th in Division I. 2nd in the Southeastern Conference, only to Alabama.
And they are 4 of 21 this afternoon.
Tanner will head to the bench for a few moments. Matter of fact, he's still sitting on 2 points. Tied his season low first half points with those 2 points he had.
And you think about a team like A&M, it's not as though they have low post players that are just big time scorers inside.
Foul on Mike James. That is 4 on James now. That is the 6th team foul.
And the guards of A&M have pretty much been in attack mode, going downhill, trying to put pressure on this Vandy team.
Dominguez. Young man who played over 150 games of professional basketball in Spain. Trying to get past Nickel in traffic. Nickel grabs the rebound. McLaughlin won't go. Tapped around. And a foul as Harris chases down the loose ball. Foul against the Aggies. Vanderbilt holding on to their largest lead of the game right now at 13. 11:31 to go.
A 100 years ago, no one would insure cars for military members. So they did it themselves. A group of 25 soldiers backed each other. A century later, and we're still serving the military and their families. Not just because it's the right thing to do. It's in our DNA. Those values our founders shared: honor, service, loyalty, integrity. Those are the things we live by and why our members know we'll be there. Because at USAA, we take care of our own.
Password 1, 2, 3, 4.
Incorrect password.
Technology, am I right?
We need a new tech lead.
This is the job for Sponsored Jobs.
Sponsor your job on Indeed and get matched with quality candidates when you need them most. Visit Indeed.com/hire now.
3 rows, 4 seasons. Built for the unstoppable. The Kia Sorento X-Pro and Turbo Hybrid. Kia. Movement that inspires.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
Ugh, parents. Start planning your family fun in the ultimate playground at visitcalifornia.com.
Well, some of the numbers from Bucky McMillan's Texas A&M basketball team this year, they certainly got off to an unbelievable start in conference play.
Vbiz có duy nhất một mỹ nhân ai đứng cạnh cũng tàng hình.
You have to in his system, but they produce almost 38 points a game off the bench, averaging almost 20 assists per game, third in the country. But today, 5 assists for the Aggies.
If you don't shoot it well,
yeah, here we go again.
It's hard to get an assist.
Yeah, I got you.
And we're going back to that. It's the same thing that is, again, didn't hurt them against Missouri. They put up a lot of points. They just couldn't guard the Tigers. But other games when you start struggling with that jump shot and it's not going in, and I'm not going to put it on one guy, but Dominguez is not the same guy he's been. In the last 4 games, he's not the same guy he was early. He was making a lot of jump shots. Now, the great thing about a system that Bucky McMillan runs, you're never out of a game and you're never completely in control of a game, no matter really what the point spread is. But you can't let this guy open.
McLaughlin had his hand on it for a moment. Agee comes out of there with the basketball. Okereke.
And you always have to look down the floor. McLaughlin would have had a layup if someone picks their head up.
No foul, stay with Vanderbilt.
Federico doesn't score a lot of points, but strong enough, big enough inside if you find him. And again, Vandy doing a good job defensively. This time there's a breakdown. Easy finish by the rim. Can the Aggies get on a little bit of a run here and get this thing be close down the stretch?
Nickel back to Tanner. Well, these two, Tanner and Tyler Nickel, have been fantastic all year. They've been fun to watch. Tyler Nickel today continuing his outstanding play. Tyler Tanner, though, having one of those frustrating games. Deep 3 with 2 on the shot clock from Nickel. Here's another opportunity.
You know, it's interesting. If Tanner
gets the 15:53 mark of the first half, and now he and Federico are going at it. Technical was issued.
This will be interesting to see who's the technical on.
Well, first of all, Tyler Tanner's probably frustrated because it hasn't been his day.
And he is. He's probably one of the nicest kids we have in the SEC, to be honest. But he's frustrated. He got away with a little bit of a hook against the big man inside. So watch his left hand on this. Frees himself up and dances a little bit, and then, okay, so let's see the action. Who are we going with? What do you think, Dave?
I don't know. Tyler Tanner has 3 fouls, though.
The previous action is under review.
We obviously don't know what was said, if Tanner reacted to something Federico said, but
it looked like Tanner said something.
Yeah, and the big man just kind of went, Would you not be surprised if it was on Federico a little bit?
Well, they both gave it the old forearm shiver. I think we're going to end up with double.
Can we just go play on? Can't, because they already called.
They already called a technical.
Okay, so there's.
If they both did a little forearm shiver. I don't think anybody was hurt by it, but
I know. Ay, ay, ay. You're thinking both could get one.
Yeah.
And you said Tanner has
3 already.
Yeah. It's a big call right here. Doug Shouds is going to go back and examine.
Well, it gives Bucky McMillan and his troops a chance to catch their breath a little bit. Bucky came in here with his team last night after they practiced yesterday in College Station. They came in last night and had about an hour kind of open gym shoot around. He just really wants to keep his guys as fresh as they can down the stretch because of the way they play.
Interesting about his
review, we have a double technical foul on 33 Texas A&M. And Vanderbilt number 3 will be Texas A&M's ball on the sideline with 29 on the shot clock.
Thank you, Doug.
Good call, partner. It's the safest way to do it.
Had there not been a technical called, I think they might have just said,
right. But since they whistled a technical, I always find it interesting, whatever official whistled it, who did he really call it on? You can review and then go, well, we'll play this safely.
Well, I think one of the questions now that you have to ask without Duke Miles on the floor, if Tyler Tanner was to foul out, who's your backup point guard?
Well, Mike James is now in the lineup. Okereke becomes, even though he's 6'7", more of a ball handler for this Vandy team. James is okay with the ball.
But if you're Texas A&M, you'd be looking at...
Here we go. Now, keep an eye on the ball handling and who's strong enough and confident enough to get it up the floor.
Nickel tried to get it to McLaughlin. Knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to Texas A&M. And Mark Byington says he wants to see this one more time.
And where does A&M go on their offensive end? They're going to go to Rashawn Agee to see if Vandy can stop him, and so far they've not been able to.
The previous out-of-bounds play is being challenged by the head coach for Vanderbilt.
What, that looked like Tyler Nickel was the last one to hit that. Maybe I...
Hey, you know, when you go slow motion, Tyler Nickel's hand's the one pushing it this way. Does it glance off the left hand, left fingertips?
The other angle, the first angle we had made me think that it'll be Texas A&M basketball.
After review, the call on the floor has been confirmed. Texas A&M ball. Vanderbilt loses their challenges.
Tell you what, when this career ends for me, which could be today, maybe I'll get into the replay business. What do you think?
You know what? Put you on a chair right in the middle of the floor.
Let me just handle it.
With a screen.
Right, let me just handle it.
And then you just tell the officials, just give them an okay, thumbs up, thumbs down. You know, you wonder, because that was right in front of Mark Byington, if he thought he saw it differently. Like it was right in front of him. How many minutes can Coach Byington buy for his team with Tyler Tanner on the side? We'll see. All depends how good offensively A&M gets here in the next few minutes.
Griffin comes off a screen and pops that one home. And here's the double team on the baseline. They get it to Bing. And Griffin will trip up Bing.
Now, Ryland Griffin is a guy that can heat it up in a hurry. Catch, release, and this allows that press to get set. And when he delivers this one, there's confidence flowing. Mike James kind of got caught in that corner, but he got out of there. Very fortunate.
Here's some pressure, almost intercepted, and a collision. They're going to call that one against Griffin, and Bucky McMillan and the A&M staff up in arms. They felt like it was a 50-50 ball. 10-point game. 7:53 to play.
At Texas A&M University, we believe everything is possible.
Literally everything.
While some strive to be the best in the world, Texas A&M stands to be the best for the world. When we stand together, we are a powerful force, a force for good.
To test the toughness of the three-row Kia Sorento X-Pro and the Kia Sorento Turbo Hybrid, we recreated some of the wettest springs, hottest summers, windiest falls, and coldest winters. All on one track to prove these three-row SUVs were built for the unstoppable. Kia, movement that inspires.
Oh, man.
Ugh, parents. Start planning your family fun in the ultimate playground at visitcalifornia.com.
I'll show you what's next. Yeah, this is groundbreaking. It's better than ever. Wow, it's a new look, and it's looking real good.
You mastered your mind. And all the while, you were on the train home. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen.
Fired up for this one. 15 minutes until tip-off over for the former Florida Gator, now a Kentucky Wildcat. You ready for Denzel Aberdeen in the house?
Absolutely. I just want to know, did the key still work, or did somebody have to let him in the ring?
No, they got him.
Okay.
His key card still going. Blue Cane in Oklahoma coming up next after this game. Back to Davidson.
Thank you, Peter. 60-50. This is going to come down to the wire, I'm thinking, here with 7:53 to play. You see the foul trouble for the Aggies. Griffin just picked up his fourth foul. He's still chirping, thinking that that wasn't a foul a moment ago. That'll send Bing to the free throw line. Tyler Tanner continues to sit. Thought he might check back in under 8, but they're going to sit him a little while longer with those 4 fouls.
You don't need to, because it has really not gotten under 10. Vanderbilt has handled the pressure. They haven't turned it over yet. It's been a little sketchy at times. Yeah, that's a good one. And I'm impressed with this young man, Chandler Bing, how well he's handled things defensively and offensively. He just knocked in 2 free throws. Only a 55% free throw shooter, but let's be honest, he hasn't taken many. He's only taken 40 free throws so far this season.
He's been the benefactor of Duke Miles being out, getting a lot of his minutes, and a nice take to the basket. That'll get Marcus Hill to the free throw line.
Any guy out front that handles a basketball loves when a defender wants to body you, especially a bigger defender. And so a Cherokee challenges Hill up front and early, and all of a sudden now you become, as a defender, you're really on the defensive because you're not in a position to make a play. A guy like Marcus Hill, been around the block or two, understands contact, understands how to use his body, finishes it with a terrific play and an and one chance.
Marcus Hill, 2 years at Southern Union State Community College, a year at Bowling Green, a year at NC State, and now with Texas A&M, averaging 11 points a game, ties his conference high of 18.
Here's where pressure surprises most teams that play A&M. It's all the time. So on a missed free throw where normal teams are getting back, they don't get back. They defended full court. And so as Vanderbilt leaked out and left the teammates, you're really almost stuck. And now you've got nowhere. You can't move. You got the biggest guy on the floor handling the ball.
Timeout, I think, taken by 10 seconds. Mark Byington was jumping up and down in front of us trying to get the timeout.
They tried to hit somewhat of a home run ball, and they had it, but Jalen Washington didn't turn and look. He had a guy down the floor like about half court they could have delivered. Tough matchup inside right here. Tough matchup for Bates.
AG left it short.
Clemens felt he got pushed. Nickel wrestles it up the court and then goes straight downhill. And McLaughlin kind of set a back screen
as he was a victim of that little shove by his teammate.
Well,
caught for the trip.
And one of the things Vanderbilt does exceptionally well is when they turn the corner in a half court or when you're close, McLaughlin sets more back screen. Like, did another screen, and he kind of cleared Clemens out of there. And Clemens basically just ran right into Nickel. Great concentration by Tyler Nickel to finish that.
Nickel at the free throw line. Rattles that one home. He's 2 out of 3 at the line. Hill.
And I'll tell you why I'm saying that, because I was...
Dominguez, pull-up jumper, no good. Man, he just can't buy one.
No, and I think if Dominguez had to settle for that three-pointer versus taking it on the bounce and going in, making a harder shot.
Nickel. Okereke,
got to give it back to Nickel. Got a guy in the corner.
Taken away. Good read by Isaacs. Bean chases him down. Pop Isaacs with the lane.
Good read by Isaac. Bad read by Okereke. He had a number of guys open.
That's the 4th turnover by Vanderbilt since the technical foul on Tyler Tanner sent him to the bench. For the moment with 4 fouls. Okereke draws some contact in the lane.
So take the ball here. There was a player here open, and there's going to be one coming, but his eyes just stayed out front, out top. And Pop Isaac just read it all the way and makes it for an easy 2. They're in a scramble mode, Dave, and Vandy's kind of hanging on the best they can and keep making a play to keep this thing up at about 8 to 10 points.
Washington checks back in. 2 points, 8 rebounds. Aggies are now down 10 again. They keep cutting this thing to 7 or 8, and Vanderbilt responds.
Ryland Griffin back in the lineup, much more confident at knocking in the shot than Dominguez.
Griffin, high arching 3, no good. Hill, scoop shot, no good. James. Okereke. Washington. In and out. Rebound to AG. He's got 10 of those with 7 points. Backed around a couple of times, and it'll belong to Vanderbilt. And Tyler Tanner about to check back in for the Commodores.
He should be rested. Missed opportunities by both teams. on the offensive end. A good job by Mike James the minutes he filled in for Tyler Tanner.
Vanderbilt led. 10.5 minutes to go in this game. 56-43. That's what the score was when Tanner left the game. He enters at 69-59. Commodores trying to close it out, see if they can.
At Texas A&M University, we believe everything is possible.
Literally everything.
While some strive to be the best in the world, Texas A&M stands to be the best for the world. When we stand together, we are a powerful force, a force for good.
Over a century ago, our founders made a promise to each other, to their families, that they'd always take care of their own. And that promise is still at the heart of everything we do. And how our members, those who served, their spouses, kids, and then grandkids know we'll do what's right. Because at USAA, we take care of our own.
To test the toughness of the 3-row Kia Sorento X-Pro and the Kia Sorento Turbo Hybrid, we recreated some of the wettest springs, hottest summers, windiest falls, and coldest winters. All on one track to prove these 3-row SUVs were built for the unstoppable. Kia, movement that inspires.
See what's in store for Vanderbilt. They'll head up to Columbia, Missouri for their next game. Then they host Tennessee, a game that'll be certainly raucous in this building. And a date with Georgia and at Kentucky. I mean, that is not an easy stretch.
I was going to say, that whole thing looks difficult.
On the flip side for this Texas A&M team, remember, they're 7-4, tied right now with Vanderbilt for 4th place in the SEC standings. It's a 5-team tie in 4th place. This is what they have in store. A couple of road games coming up at Oklahoma and at Arkansas. Texas and Kentucky, good news is for that, both those games are at home.
A&M's head coach is successful. The A&M's ball on the baseline with 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Good job by Bucky McMillan. You know, these staffs all have those iPads or computers, so they get immediate help from the bench on whether or not to challenge certain calls. And it pays off for the Aggies. Oh, just a careless turnover by Texas A&M.
And what great hands by Jalen Washington.
There's a reaching foul on Griffin. That'll be number 5. Griffin, he'll finish with 5 points.
Not a good foul for various reasons. A, it takes you out of the ball game, which you're the best shooter on the court for A&M. 2, you put Okereke at the free throw line, 83% free throw shooter. So odds are it's probably going to make both of them.
Now, as far as three-point shooting goes, obviously Ruben Dominguez came in as their best in terms of makes on the year, but he is really in a funk right now. But now you lose Zach Clements and you lose Riley Griffin.
Your 2 shooters, really.
Yeah.
And because Dominguez is not shooting the ball well, he's not in the game. He's out of the lineup. Oh, you got Pop Isaacs. They're going to have to go quick off the dribble.
AG for 3, misses everything. He's like, well, if nobody's out here to shoot the 3, give me a shot at it.
There's a reason you're open, son. 21% three-point shooter.
Tyler Tanner will check back in. He was out on that last possession. I think we're going to see a lot of defensive, offensive switches with Tanner here down the stretch, just with those 4 fouls.
Now, what he's got to be careful of, he doesn't get a lot of charges. But a lot of times an offensive player, if you're out of control, you pick up an offensive foul. And the way he drives the ball inside so much, but he can usually stay away from that kind of trouble. Got to look up the floor.
Tanner.
Makes it a lot easier, doesn't it?
It looks a little different with him on the floor.
Amazing how you look like a better coach when you got certain players in.
That's going to be a hold on Jakari Lane.
See, I think I'd rely on my defense. I know he's not trying to do it, but I'd rely much more on my defense than to pick up silly fouls. Now nickel goes to the line. And when you have that hold, and the reason it's a bad hold where it is, it's right in front of the official.
Yeah.
There are places, if you understand where officials are supposed to be, that you might get away with grabbing jersey, but not there.
Vanderbilt, since that technical foul, about 10.5 minutes, the double technical, 10.5 minutes to go in this game. Vanderbilt is now down to 12 free throws.
And A&M averages nearly 91 points a ball game. They're at 59.
Page, he fouled on the way up. Free throws coming for him. So you mentioned that point production. Is that more Vanderbilt being so solid defensively, or that Texas A&M, maybe their game plan hasn't really played out the way they anticipated?
Well, a combination of both, right? I think Vanderbilt's outstanding defensively. A&M did not shoot the ball well, and they've not shot the ball well from three-point line. Their shooters have not made shots, and that doesn't get you going. The other part is Vandy has not turned it over very much, and that has not allowed A&M to get breaks, get easy buckets. They've done a much better job taking care of the basketball.
Aggies 37% three-point shooting team on the year. That is top 30 in the country. But today they are at 23%.
And Vandy with only 9 turnovers, and they've not all been live ball where they go the other way.
Yeah, Aggies force over 14 turnovers per game, second best number in the conference.
And remember what Mark Byington told his team yesterday in practice. If you make a play, if it doesn't work out, move on.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of turnovers. There's going to be a lot of things happen in a game against like A&M. Just move on. Move on to the next play. The value of having Okereke at 6'7", to be able to guy that can handle the ball out front, do some things, very valuable.
Here is Okereke. Kicks it out to Tanner for 3. That won't drop, and a foul. That's going to go against Devin McLaughlin, I believe. And for McLaughlin, that'll be his 3rd.
I kind of thought Tanner would knock that one in. Had a tough ball game, had an open look.
Yeah, 4 points for Tanner today. 4 assists, 3 rebounds. The young man that had been on a tear, as they like to say, the young kids. He's been on a heater lately. But struggling offensively today.
Possession again. Tanner almost lost it. What a perfect possession again. Tanner almost lost it. They got it back. A.K. Okereke, who does a variety of things for this Vanderbilt team. Offensively, defensively, and this time delivers from deep in that right corner.
A young man who started his college career as a walk-on at Cornell, who winds up being their best player by the time he left Cornell, and after 3 years there, with a degree in hand, and is now at Vanderbilt, and a big part of this entire Commodore operation. Here's what he's done today.
Well, we mentioned a wide variety of things he can do with off the bounce. He can score it. He can face up and shoot it. 19 points, 2 of 4 beyond the three-point line. He's been physical. He's been tough. And remember, Dave, he had to handle a lot of the pressure when Tyler Tanner got in foul trouble. And against an aggressive A&M team, he didn't turn it over, handled the basketball, and has had an unbelievable afternoon in the Navy uniform.
Cherokee with 19, a high for him. Being also has a high today of 11. Nickel has an SEC high of 25. McLaughlin has a season high of 17 today. Hill is leading the way with 20 points for A&M. Their only player in double figures. Meanwhile, the Commodores have 4 in double figures. Isaacs.
Good defense by Vandy. See, again, you're going for a quick hitter. You've got to get something as quickly as you can. Vanderbilt switching everything, talking to each other, and then challenging, and the active hands takes much too long to get into it.
Isaacs now with 8 points and a couple of threes.
And come off shooting. No hesitation. Take the step. Defender there just a bit late. But Chandler Bing made a smart play by not fouling the jump shooter. Remember, Vanderbilt is a 79% free throw shooting team in conference play. That leads the league. They're very comfortable getting to the foul line. They've got a number of guys that handle the basketball, do not mind getting the foul, do not mind the pressure down the stretch of delivery.
This Vanderbilt team started the year 16-0, which matched the school record for best start, coming off an 84-76 win against Auburn, and a very impressive performance, especially after that tough loss to Oklahoma.
And you take the wins, the St. Mary's team was a team that beat them. Yep. Beat Vanderbilt in the first round of the NCAA last year.
Got a little payback this year. Tanner.
Nice to have a press breaker.
Okereke tied up by Isaacs. There's going to be a foul on Pop.
Well, Isaacs thought, and it was close, that he had a jump ball. Okereke's got a chance to go over 20. Got 19 on the afternoon.
His previous high coming into this game was 17 twice against South Carolina and Ole Miss. Just 7 points in his last game, but has been an offensive machine today with 20 points.
And you want to see someone that's comfortable at the free throw line. I hope I don't jinx him, but take a look when he gets the ball, just one bounce, and it's a smooth shot.
I like how you preface it like, I hope I don't jinx it.
I mean, just I understand this. Watch this.
Boom. And boom.
Not a lot of need then, because you don't need a lot of need then. Make it simple.
13 this half for A.K. Okereke. Under a minute to go.
Got to have threes and a bunch of them.
Lane trying to find a little bit of room and decides to take it inside and bat it out, chased down by Isaacs. Loose ball on the deck. And a quick foul by Isaacs.
Well, terrific hustle defensively, and let's give, again, Chandler Bing has had a lot of minutes this afternoon. He's delivered both offensively and defensively. He's been out there under pressure. Tyler Tanner was out. Bing had to do a lot of things, and good for that young man.
Commodores with 4 players in double figures, led by Nichols, 25, behind 5 three-pointer for Tyler. His 15th game this year with 3 or more three-pointers, and his 6th game with 5 or more three-pointers this year. And then right on his heels is Okereke with 21. Bing gives you 11, and McLaughlin with 17.
Well, it says something about Vanderbilt that they're not relying on Tyler Tanner Tanner doesn't have to play a great game for Vanderbilt to win. He only has 4 points, 2 of 10 from the field this afternoon.
But, you know, not that it matters in the whole big picture, but certainly he probably thinking about it. He scored double figures. Tyler Tanner has scored double figures every game this season. Don't think he's going to get there today. But when you got guys like Tyler Nickel and A.K. Okereke to help you out, makes the landing a little bit softer. By the way, it's interesting talking to Mark Byington about Tyler Nickel and his three-point shooting. I said, do you have a green light? Does he have green light no matter what? And he says, I give him 2 bad shots a game. He's the only one on my roster that I say, I'll give you. It's like, feel free, let it go.
And he has, and this afternoon he's been fabulous.
Somebody foul, and Pop Isaacs will be the one who gets whistled for the foul. With 19.6 seconds to go. I know the crowd booing here, but Buck McMillan, if folks that don't know him, there isn't an off switch in there.
I enjoyed our conversation with him. I liked how he coaches. He's been successful at every level, and he's had great success this season. Now they've run into a little bit of the SEC buzzsaw, right? Now this will be the 4th loss in a row. You go back, you regroup, and get ready again. Now you got Ole Miss coming into College Station this week, and that's not easy either.
Well, from an analytical standpoint, this loss certainly won't hurt them in numbers-wise. Obviously, you want to win games, but on the road here at Vanderbilt, they come in as a number 43 ranking in the net as a 9 seed.
I thought the key to the game was when Tyler Tanner went out in the second half and they still maintained a 10 to 12 point lead.
Yeah.
When he was out, his teammates did a fabulous job.
Good balance from Vanderbilt. Aggies head back home, regroup, try to get it cranked up again and get back in this race. Good night to be a Commodore. 82-69. Vanderbilt wins it. So for John Sunvold, the rest of our exceptional SEC Network crew, I'm Dave Neal saying so long for the Music City. Vanderbilt, big win over the Aggies. Time to get to the studio. PB, it's all yours.
Thank you, boys. Smurf Millender, 17 minutes and a change, too, before Georgia and Oklahoma set to battle. Looking forward to that game. Are you guys okay? What's happening here?
We're great, man.
Y'all are throwing pins. Like, we're excited about this.
Throwing pins at me, man.
It's getting physical up here, man. We set the tone here early. Hey, listen, real talk. This is a big game for the Georgia Bulldogs. They slipping and sliding. They're not on the sleigh ride. They sliding in the wrong direction right now for Joe Lunardi. He's got them in their last 4 buys. It's not a good place to be in February.
That is correct.
Be in the upper room.
That is correct. All right, listen. We're going to be talking to Devin McLaughlin in just a couple of moments. He's going to go hang out with the boys, celebrate a little bit. He'll be back in here in a couple of moments to talk about that big victory, 82-69. Guys, this is Vanderbilt. After that little losing streak that they had, Slade, we're kind of wondering, all right, are they coming back to earth? All of a sudden, they put it in a different gear. How did they do that today?
Well, I think over this 4 out of the last 5, the games they won, you've seen impact from the interior. And I can't wait to ask Devin McLaughlin about that. How has he challenged his guys, being able to accept that and come out and do what you're going to do? Tyler Nickel, Tyler Turner know what these guys do, but I love they would apply pressure to Texas A&M this game by breaking the press and not holding up and keep on pushing. They got to the free throw line 29 times. Yeah. And they played without fouling and they didn't turn it over. 7 turnovers in the second half, but only 2 in the first half. They took care of what they needed to.
Yeah, Vanderbilt's showing me that they can beat different teams in different ways. Yeah. You know, so that makes me feel a little bit more comfortable about their ability to advance as they get into the NCAA tournament. You know, if Tyler Tanner gets in foul trouble like he did today, do they have other guys that can step up? Obviously, you saw Tyler Nickel. And this is without Duke Miles in the basketball game. This is without Frankie Collins in the basketball game. They just switched A.K. Okereke to the point guard position. So these injuries are actually making the Commodores better. And you mentioned their front line as well, but their defense has been underrated. They hold the Aggies to 69 points, and they turn the Aggies over 10-plus times.
Real quick, 4 losses in a row for Texas A&M. Where do you go? Where do you stand with that? How concerned on 1 to 10 should you be?
Well, I would say probably a 7. And the reason I'm up so high is because anytime you lose 4 games in a row, you're concerned. Now, who they lose to? On the road at a desperate Alabama team by 1 possession against a desperate Missouri team who's better than they're getting credit for now that they're whole and healthy. A Florida team who's been the best team in the SEC. And on the road against the Commodores who've been there since day one. You go back home, you face Ole Miss. I think you go on the road and face Oklahoma. Now, this next week is a big week.
It is.
Right? They'll be slipping and sliding too, Slay.
Absolutely.
We will talk about that. Ole Miss, A&M coming up. Vanderbilt at Missouri is the next game for the Doors. Let's go ahead and get you at least some good news for Texas A&M today, because it wasn't just hoops, it's baseball. Opening day is rolling. That was the saddest giggle I've ever heard. You're like, you gotta commit. Giggle!
No, I couldn't. I
mean, that's what Caden Sorrell did to that. Final score 2. Aggies put up a little 9 spot in the first inning. That's a little run support. A&M up home run. 23-7. They run rule. Tennessee Tech. All right, Vandy, you got the win in men's hoops, and Michaela Blake's was awesome in women's hoops. They got that big win against Texas. They fell to TCU yesterday. Braden Holcomb. Guy got out in a hurry, 2-1 for the Vandy boys. 3-1, runner on second. Riker wait. Doesn't have to wait too long for that one. Circle it. It's gone.
We got them bats working over there at Vandy now.
By the way, that was his first hit.
Really?
College. That's not bad.
That's how you said
That's a way to start. Holcomb clears the bases. 3 ribbies there. They run rule Texas Tech 13-3. LSU.
Right.
Second-ranked team in the country. Taking on Milwaukee. Cooper Moore dealing. Or Casey Evans, that's not bad. 7 strikeouts through 3. Just that sound gets you fired up.
Yeah, it does.
2-1 right now. Hail State. Kevin O'Connor is his news. But the big story today, right from the jump. A&M Vanderbilt 82-69. Cherokee was great for 23 points. Tyler Nickel was awesome as well for 25. But the man we're speaking to right now was just as good. 17-8 from Devin McLaughlin. Devin, congratulations on the big victory. This was an A&M team that has been atop of the standings for a while. What was the message from Mark Byenton leading into this dub?
We knew Texas A&M was a team that likes to go out and make their opponents uncomfortable. So Coach B told us all week we got to go in and weather the storm and, make our passes, and that's what we did. And that's what we got that victory today.
Devin, you were one of the lone survivors coming back to this group. Tell me in the interior how you challenge your guys to get out and play and be impactful in the games like you have when you're winning.
Me, TT, Tyler Nickel, we're 3 returners. So we just try to voice up, be the captains on this team, and that helps us win today.
You mentioned TT, a.k.a. Tyler Tanner. Tell me what you love most about his basketball game and how impactful he is for your team.
People love to talk about his scoring ability. I mean, obviously, that's one of his best qualities, but I love his defense and his grittiness. He got a little scrappy on the court tonight. That was amazing. He has great hands, gets a lot of steals, and that's my favorite part about him.
Devin, you guys paint protection on one end and then being able to score on the interior. Talk about how you challenge your guys to get in this SEC and understand that the impact that you have interior-wise is huge for you moving forward.
I mean, we're a physical team, and Coach B preaches that to us. We work with Brady Welsh, our strength coach. So that's it. And pace is our biggest thing. Coach B preaches to us. So, we just get out and run outs and get to the basket.
Devin, last question for you. When you go back and head into the locker room, okay, before you do that interview, what are y'all doing? Y'all wiping off the sweat? You celebrating? Coach giving a speech? What happens?
A lot of screaming and yelling. We get the belt out every win, and so that's our little tradition. So
Wait, you said what was that on the tradition?
We get a belt out and we hit a chair.
All right, the belt to you know what on the chair, right?
Yep. BTA.
How's the form there? Give me a little preview. I mean, what does it look like did you get the belt today?
I didn't get the belt. That's a little preview though.
Oh my man, that was great stuff, Devin. Congratulations, and be easy on the chairs, okay?
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
There it is.
That was good.
Final thoughts on that of them taking the belt to A&M.
Yeah, you know, as the season started, it seemed like every time they asked what team you like in the SEC, I always talked about the Commodores, and people really never believed they legit. I think the rest of the country knows they're legit now.
Yeah, they got great guard play, but I'm going to boast for Devin McLaughlin. The interior is why they've been able to run away with these games. Him, Okereke, and Washington have been able to be impactful, and that's huge on both ends of the floor for this team.
82-69. Just, I mean, he was
in it.
He was into it, to say the least. Big victory. I was like, don't get injured at that point. All right, Blue Cane. We have some injury news for the Georgia Bulldogs. Big news coming up after the break, so hang tight. We'll give you that. 8 minutes until tip-off over there in Norman.
If history has taught us anything, it's not to root against the underdog.
The British are coming!
It pays to know what's coming.
Check the group chat!
Every great leap began with a bold first step. And there's no shortage of second chances. Against impossible odds, you don't stand down. You swing first. Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Are you Marsha?
I am. I am.
Thanks for meeting me here. Usually not an interweb dating guy. Barely ever use this phone computer. Unless it's to bundle my insurance with Liberty Bibbity.
Oh, same. I hate this thing, but it's true. You can save hundreds bundling with Bibbity.
Bibbity?
Bibbity?
Bibbity.
Bibbity.
Are you hungry?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get some lasagna.
And some cannolis.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. How do we stop it?
We need someone who can code in COBOL.
What's COBOL?
This is a job for sponsored jobs.
Indeed can help you get it right the first time. Sponsor your job on Indeed and get matched with quality candidates. Visit Indeed.com/hire now.
The ESPN app, your home for the most live sports and best championship moments. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com.
Porter Moser needs a big game for Mr. Nigel Pack. He's delivered over the last 5. I mean, listen, Oklahoma's been in every single one of these games. Finally got off the schneid sled.
They did, but they tried to give that away at Vanderbilt. But you got to give Porter Moser credit for keeping his guys together. Got to continue to finish games. That's the bullet point that goes with Oklahoma.
No doubt. 5 minutes until tip-off in Oklahoma, Kentucky, and Florida. I wonder what the bullet points are going to be right here. You got to get the Gator chop
bullet points,
going.
if you're not a Gator, then you're Gator bait.
Oh, hello.
Opening possession. I wonder. Oh, this is a big basket. And I say that because you got to have that confidence, and when they get that going, watch out.
You see how the double team in the post, but it goes from 1-6-10 to another 7-footer. Love it going inside, Alex Condon. Continue to pass.
Condon. Here goes Thomas Howell. Come on, stop. He moves like a 6'2" guard, gentlemen.
Too little.
And then
don't keep going under.
There are different levels to the game.
That's that Princeton Xavier Lee right there. They were waiting for him to show up.
14-8.
Drag him long enough.
Houck.
Hey, man.
That's NBA for you.
Hey, is it a two-man race?
Thomas Houck and who?
LeBaron Filon's still in there. Oh, well, I was going to say Darius Cup
Jr. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
20-8. I yield the floor to you two gentlemen. Y'all were going back and forth about this game. What was it?
Yeah, I thought Fish was making a good point. You was talking about the bigs and the physicality of those guys, right?
Yeah.
So the last 2 highlights, I thought that Florida has a luxury that nobody else in the country has with Thomas Houck. They were able to take Chinyelu out and put Handlogden in and put Houck at the 4. So a guy that plays the 3 and is comfortable right there, you have the luxury of moving him to the 4 and going pick and pop. Yelovich,
and that's what he played. That's what he played last year.
Exactly.
Right?
That's home for him. Do pick and pop, and you got Yelovich trying to close out on Thomas Houck, and he's scared because he's gonna get blown by like he did the play before. Then you close out short, and he knocks down the 3. Like you talk about in the running. Absolutely. You got a two-way guy on offense right there with Thomas Houck that it's hard to defend that, man.
Yep, and Florida has chemistry. And amongst this transfer portal, and everybody's talking about how well that the freshmen play. One of the reasons is because you don't have teams with guys that have played together 2, 3, 4 years in a row. So they don't know where each other's going to be, like our chemistry up here.
That's right.
So as a result, Florida, even though they match the size of Kentucky, their chemistry is better.
Yeah.
Thomas Houtt knows exactly where Alex Kahn is going to be. He knows exactly where Ruben Chinley is going to be, and they won a national championship together.
Now, and add on to this, Xavier Lee is starting to play. Fish said it. That's the Prince of Xavier Lee.
Yeah.
PB, I know you're a shooter. If I keep going up under the screen, I'm disrespecting you. And what you're supposed to do is, like you just talked about, you put the BTA. You pour the bat out, and you want me continuously until son get over the screen.
You're going to learn today.
You're going to learn. You're going to play the old mole game. Boop, boop, boop. Keep bopping you on the head with them three-pointers. That's
still
what they're
early.
doing.
It's still early.
It's guess what? But not at home, because earlier it turned into late.
Yeah.
Xavier Lee, by the way, 4 for 4 from the field, 2 behind the arc right now. Denzel Aberdeen making his return back to Florida, 1 of 4 from the field. He's got 2 points. So we'll keep you updated on that one. 22-8 right now with about 12 minutes to go in that first half. This is our upcoming attractions for the remaining part of the day. Looking forward to that Auburn and Arkansas game. That one's going to be fantastic. And then Texas at Missouri. Basically a bubble play-in game for a couple of these squads. All right, Georgia and Oklahoma. 2 minutes until tip-off. This is the first time, gentlemen, that Georgia has ever traveled up to Norman. They've slipped a little bit, Fish, but that's a very talented team. What do they need to show you today?
Well, I thought you were going to show me the injury report because I'm trying to figure out who's not playing before I talk about it.
Jeremiah Wilkinson out right there. Thank you.
There it is. There it is. Hey, that changes a lot because Georgia, who came into conference play leading the nation in scoring, has struggled of late to put the ball in the hole. And they're on the roll against a confident Oklahoma team who just went and knocked off that Commodore team that we know is oh so good. Last year about this time, Porter Moser got his team going down the stretch and able to win enough games to get into the tournament. I guarantee you it's going to be a tough road game for the Bulldogs.
I think so, too, but you also take that different cog out. If he doesn't play, you get Smurf more minutes, Blue Canes more minutes, Cannon Catchings more minutes. All these guys not looking over their shoulder with the guys coming in to get them. They may play free.
We're going to see.
Well, we're going to see.
8-4 at home in Norman so far this evening. We got Kevin Fitzgerald and Rodney Terry on the call. We will see y'all at half.
And we say hello, good afternoon, glad that you are with us. That is Rodney Terry. He is the former, I'll give you one. Former National Head Coach of the Year, Kevin Fitzgerald with you. So Georgia, tournament caliber team, they're 17-7. Matter of fact, Joe Lunardi, our bracketologist, he says they're a projected tournament team if the tournament started today. However, this afternoon against Oklahoma, they will be without Jeremiah Wilkinson, their leading scorer, for a second straight game.
You know, it's going to be a next man mentality today for Georgia, and that's going to be by committee in terms of guys having to step up. You got Blue Cane coming off a double-double